Hello, Sagittarius. I'm so grateful to be back and thank you for your patience while I've been busy with life. And from now on, I will be doing seasonal readings rather than month to month. And that way I'm not getting too overwhelmed and you're still, I'm still connecting with you, the audience. So we're looking at June, July, and August. And because I'm a numerologist, I will be looking at the months not as we know them as like June the 6th. I'll be looking at them as actually June is going to be a number 7 this year. Now, I'm going to be waiting here for a card to jump out. I want that as boom. Oh, that's so many cards. But I will use this top one. Strength is at the top. And I'll use these three for, oh no, got half of them already fallen out. Okay, here and here, 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 and here. Okay, and today I'm using my Skull Pack Tarot and also the Animal for Guide cards, and I have my pink runes. So for those who don't know me, I'm Jo from Red Room Reiki and Readings. I am situated in Tasmania, Australia. And you can also find me on TikTok if you're interested in my book series, Spotify for my Red Room sessions where I interview locals, and for Facebook if you want to book a reading. Now, I did a little bit of a meditation beforehand, and there seems to be a lot of stagnation in your life. It might be that you're just in a bit of a rut, or maybe you're in a situation where you can't go and do the things that you want to do. But it's interesting that the first card that came out was 8 for the Strength card. Now, I just finished talking about my cards with Leo, and I thought I'll just go straight into another fire sign energy. And it's funny that the Leo card is sitting up at the top here, and also because it's 8, it could be signifying that July is going to be a really big movement month for you in the next 3 months. But the Strength is also about doing things not so much with brute force, but with a little bit of diplomacy. So if you're finding there's a few things going on in your life that you need to deal with, it's like, don't just go over and hit that situation on the head with a hammer. It's actually just step forward. It's also a reminder that you need to remember your empowerment. So for some of you Sagittarius, you might have forgotten this, that you have this I feel like you've been living for everybody else. That's what it feels like. You're not really living for you at the moment. It's like you put yourself behind everybody. It's like, oh, I'll just deal with me later. Now, because we're looking at June as a number 7, 7 is a very retrospective energy. It's a standstill energy. It's got a lot to do with knowledge and learning and study and sometimes toxicities, questioning things, the genius. And everybody's like star sign within that 7 seems to develop in a different way. And for you, I feel like June is about stagnation. And how can we start to kick out the stagnation and get some movement back into your life? And I think there's still a fair bit of deep reflection that needs to happen during this period of time for you over the next few weeks. Now, when I'm looking at your cards here, the top row, we have the 3 of Pentacles, the 7 of the Chariot, and the Ace of Pentacles. The Chariot is very much a movement card. It's about the future. It's about where are we going? What are we doing? So you could be sitting down and starting to nut these things out with your family or with yourself or your work colleagues or friendships. Where are we going? What's the destination? I feel like you can't be bothered unless you kind of have a clear strategy, a clear pathway. You're wanting a nice kind of paddocked, sealed road like to move forwards in. Over here as an Ace is potential, the birth of something, and Pentacles is to do with coin, do you know? So it's money situation, finances, career. So you could be questioning like, what's the birth of my new career, or where am I going with work? I feel like you kind of really questioning things at the moment. And over here, the 3 of Pentacles is a beautiful creative energy. It's about moving forwards. It's like you've already got the skill sets. It's just like now we just need to be creative with them. I feel like it's like looking at your job maybe, or if you're someone who stays at home, and looking at it in a way in which you could bring in the creativity around it and do something a little bit different with it. So if you're someone who works from home, or you live at, like, you're at home most of the time, it could be like, what could I be doing at home that would bring in some creativity and maybe some new work around that as well. For those who have got a lot of movement, because a lot of people seem to be charging ahead and doing a lot of running here and running there, the Chariot could be asking, well, if I'm going to be doing all this running, how could I be creative around all of this, and how could I be making money from this? So it does seem to me like it's a little bit of a career energy coming in for you this month. And Pentacles and Coins, I mean, some of you might be thinking, well, I've got all this money. What do I do with it? Do I invest in it? Do I buy Bitcoin? I mean, obviously I'm not a financial advisor, but you'd be probably thinking some questions around how can we grow or move our money into a space where it's working for us a lot better. Now, I'm going to be choosing a card from the Animal Pack just to give you some guidance to what's best around this situation. And we have slow down, pause, and breathe. What you need is serenity. So I better show you that. The dove. And the dove is peace. And this is what I felt when I first sat down with your energies, is that you do everything from peace. So you might be, don't worry about me, I'll do it. Like, I don't want to cause a fight. I don't letting people walk all over me, so that because I don't have the energy to deal with like the conflict that comes from that. But then on the flip side, you've got all this ability of like moving forwards and dealing with these situations, even if it is conflict, and then also bringing in some creativity and money around this situation in June. Moving into July, which is a number 8 energy. 8 is about abundance. It's about creating authority and power in your life. It's about creating wealth in the career, also abundance of health, abundance of like all the good stuff. It's about looking into the future. I feel like you can't be bothered looking into the future if you don't have a plan. Otherwise, you're just happy just to go with the flow until you can be bothered to not go with the flow anymore. So this does seem like a little bit of surrender is going on in your energies. It's like, I just don't have the energy for it. I just don't, unless you give me some clarity, tell me, I'm just going to float. A lot of manifestation can't happen in that attitude. We need to have clear instructions to the universe. Right, I want to bring this into my life, and universe, you're going to help me do it. So you might need to get out of this kind of mentality that some of you might be in to be able to start manifesting properly. Now, what I've got here for July is, of course, I can't even read my own writing because it's atrocious. It's talking about movement and looking at your skills, and I don't know what that first word is. I wish I did, because I feel like it's very important. Anyway, how about I work on my writing skills? Now, when we're looking at your cards, we've got the Ace of Cups. So we've got potential. We have potential this month for wealth and new career. And then next month, you've got like potential for an emotional space. It could be great love coming in. It could be love of self. It could be love of something that you're doing. You might just be falling back in love with life again. You've got the Temperance, which is all about like balance and patience, and expect the unexpected is a little bit in here, because you've got 2 5s next to each other. You've got the 5 of Cups too, which is a loss. The 5 of Cups asks us to change direction or look at things differently. So if there are any like emotional issues going on in your life in July, it's actually look at it like, yeah, you know what, this might be shit, but you've got all this over here, and that's pretty good. So stop concentrating on this space here. There might be for some of you just a flat loss that happens, but then there's great love around this as well. And then we have the temperance, it's balance. And because she's in the middle, I feel like she's balancing the two. It's like there's some losses here, but there's also some great love here. And it is what it is. Like, sometimes we win and sometimes we lose, and but what we need to do is maintain balance during this time. And there's little flickers of red over on this one here, which is anger. I feel like someone's been subduing like your passions, or you've been putting the things that mean the most to you, and you've been pushing it down and down like it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. And I feel like it's starting to be at your detriment that you're not doing the things that you want to do in your life here. The temperance, if we just look over it here, if we put these two together, great love and the temperance can mean a great marriage. So some of you might be just experiencing a great marriage, and then there's a few like little things around that are a bit of a loss, and you're like, oh well, like emotionally that doesn't matter because my relationship is so amazing here. Now let's pick a card. Foresight. You're able to see the future and what's in store for you. So you've got some foresight in July. I don't think this is going to come as a shock, even though I said expect the unexpected, because there's fives. Fives can also mean travel and movement and roller coasters and needing your freedom. What I'm worried about is having to choose. I feel like you've got choices going on. It's like, well, to get that, I've got to lose that. So it feels like quite tough for you, really, and you will see how things are going to work out. And that's probably why you're in that mentality of like, how about I just put me second so that I don't have this drama that's going on. Like, I can predict what's going to happen if I'm not putting myself first. Not a great way. You imagine what that's doing to your body and your mind and your spirituality and your mental health. Now, going into August, I've got here leaping into the unknown. I put and major doors opening. What we've got here is a Page of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and a Judgment. We've got two major arcanas sitting in August. Now, August is releasing, completions, finishing, preparing for the old you to die off so that the new you can be reborn the month later. So we're on the cusp of changes in August for a lot of us. And I feel here that it's a new change for you sincerely in August. We've got the Page of Swords. Page is the beginnings. It's youthfulness. It's the new ideas. Like swords, the mental space. Your mental capacity is changing. For some of you, you might have someone around who is a page, a child who is an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra energy that's around you, that's influencing you to some degree. But it's funny because in this picture, this child is looking down like this, and it's almost like a bow. It's like, I surrender, or I salute you. And maybe I'm meant to be doing that to you. Like, I'm saluting you, Sagittarius, because you're putting yourself first here. Or there's a breakthrough and you're kicking the door down, or the doors are opening up for you and there's a change. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which means new cog, we're changing. It's a reminder that life has to change. You can't stay stagnant. Nothing happens in stagnant. I would say to my kids, if you want to predict the future, do nothing. Stay exactly the same, because this is what you're going to get next year and the year after that and the year after that. You have to embrace change. You have to accept conflict. You have to realize that you've got to step out of your comfort zones. And the Wheel of Fortune's a reminder of that. And it's saying like, but what I'm getting here is this, it's so cute because this guy's just sitting there like this on the back of a horse cart, and the horse is moving that person, and they're just sitting there enjoying it and looking around here and going, oh yes, like I've got all my plans underneath here and I'm heading off into the future, into the unknown. And it's quite cute. And 1 and 0, which makes 10 of the Wheel of Fortune, 1 new beginnings, and 0 is it's like the birth of potential. It's also the birth of spirituality. It's also the birth of creation. So there's kind of a really nice change coming in. And then you've also got the 0 because it's 20 in Judgment. Judgment card is like the resurrection of Jesus. It's the 3 days, and like the phoenix has died, and the phoenix now has like presented itself again. So we've got a rebirth, but judgment's also making judgment calls. Is it time to do this now? I mean, Jesus wouldn't have been crucified had the Romans not criticized him and felt threatened by him. So there might be some people around who are ready for you to be crucified. But you're going to rebirth. They might be actually what makes you the martyr, makes you that special person that people will always remember. So something quite exciting is happening for you in August. It's a complete change to the mentality here, and I'm excited for this, really excited. Oh, and you've got the dragonfly. So illusions, you know who you really are. It's like you're removing the illusions from your life and going, actually, maybe you just physically, mentally, and emotionally have the energy in August to actually start getting out there and doing what you want to do. Dragonflies, I'm not a scientist, but the way in which they fly is like a scientific miracle. It doesn't fit, I don't think, into the normal realms of flight. And so you could be going into something quite unusual, something that you've always wanted to do, or something a little off cuff or a bit rogue. And you don't care about the judgment from people. It's like, I've always wanted to do this. It's now time for a new change and a new mental space. Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it. And the rune that you have here is the breakthrough. Leo got that as well. So breakthroughs happening, success happening, change is happening. I mean, if you look at it like this, it's the I'm not sure what it's called, the dial, the sand dials, where they like time is of the essence. It's trying not to go into that TV show, Days of Our Lives. Trying not to do that, even though every part of me wants to sing that song to you, so I'm not going to do it. But you've got 10 and 20, both with zero. So there is such a creation story happening here in August. Oh, grab it with both hands. Grab it, grab it, grab it. This could even be getting out into the public arena as well, because 9 energy is very much about the public arena and the public domain and being heard with your voice and doing charity work and being with the people and being like a politician and, subgroups and situations. I'm just really feeling relieved for you that you're getting out of this rut here and then moving into these very solid foundations in August. Excellent. Thank you so much for being back, and I'm grateful for being back. And because I'm doing this old school, you will see me turn off the recording, and I will see you in the next season.